just like you had the special case of difference of squares that factored a certain way, sum and difference of cubes also factors a certain way. And it's really the kind of thing that you need to memorize, but what's nice is they're both very similar. So first, sum of cubes, you have a cubed plus b cubed, and that will always factor into a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. And if you were to FOIL this out and multiply these back together, you would get back to a cubed plus b cubed. Now difference of cubes also factors a cubed minus b cubed, and it's very similar. Instead of starting as a plus b, it starts as a minus b. And all of the terms are the same, with the exception of it will be a squared plus ab plus b squared. Okay, or a way to think about it is that these two signs switch places in sum and difference of cubes. I always remember that sum of cubes starts as a plus b and difference of cubes starts as a minus b. So some examples applying this. Before we get to the examples, things to notice. These are the important numbers when you're dealing with cubes. 1, 8, 27, 64, 125, because these are all perfect cubes. So first example, x cubed plus 64. Well, this is sum of cubes, so it will factor into a plus b. In this case, a is x, because it's x cubed, and b is 4, because it's 4 cubed, is what 64 is. So I have x plus 4 times a squared, so that would be x squared in this case, minus a times b, so 4x, plus b squared, 16 in this case. A second example involving cubes, 16z to the 5th minus 250z squared. Now in this case, what I need to recognize first is this has a GCF, and it happens to be 2z squared. And when you factor 2z squared out of this, you're left with 8z cubed minus 125. This is an example of difference of cubes, and so that will factor into 2z, because 8z cubed is 2z times itself 3 times, minus 5, because 125 is 5 cubed, and that will be multiplied by a squared. Well, a in this case is 2z, so 4z squared, minus, or this will be plus 10z, a times b, plus 25 b squared. So there's two examples using cubes. One is sum of cubes and the other is difference of cubes. And the way they factor is something you just need to have memorized.